Hey guys, what's up? I finally decided to buy the Harmonized staff, and this is my very first time owning it. And I'm going to go around RuneScape trying to find the best place to use this staff. And I'm going to make sure to keep it original and do some stuff that nobody else has uploaded on. So as you can see here, I paid just under 1234 mil for the orb, and just over 19 mil for the staff itself. Well, I hope you guys like to see me lose money, because that's probably going to happen. So let's take a look at the stats of the gear that I'm going to be wearing. I decided I was going to wear a Ring of Suffering just because I had to get rid of my shield to wear a tome. And the shield was probably almost half my defense bonus in total, but it doesn't really make sense to use fire spells without a tome, because you get that 50% damage bonus, which is huge. And the only relevant spell to use with a Harmonized staff is Fire Surge. That could be pretty important to consider before you run out and buy one of these. So the first boss we're going to test this out at is Armadillo, and I'm going to be duoing this with a friend. I do have it assigned as a Slayer task, however my friend doesn't, although what he does have is a Volatile staff. So let's see if he can snipe some kills with his spec. First of all, like always, let's test out the max hit. And the max is a 54. And keep in mind this is one tick faster than normal spell casting, so this is whip speed. Not only are we lacking defense bonus, but we lost some of our abilities to heal. For instance, I can't use a blowpipe spec to heal, nor can I use Blood Barrage. So all we have to work with is Bones to Peaches and Sanguinesti staff for the minions. Not bad, dude. That was not bad. Basically, I'm going to switch my Sang staff every time I'm brewing. Okay, Jagex, 54, max hit.
Lag down again.
I think you're lagging, dude. No. No, you're gonna die, dude. No! Oh, that's going in the video. So this is going to be a new method of killing Zammy that we just came up with. We haven't tested it yet, but what the game plan is he's going to freeze it, and he's going to use his Volatile spec, and I'm going to DPS with the Harmonized staff. Fortunately, I do have a Zammy task, but he's going to have to do this off task, which could make catching the freeze a little bit harder. So yeah, it's kind of what we expected. We didn't expect Mage to be that accurate. We did splash a lot more than we actually hit, and I would say overall Mage is not good at Zammy. But that's something we assumed anyway. This is real time so you can see the speed of the staff, and this is just a random example of me hitting well. Yeah, the Harmonized staff has its moments, but overall not a good thing to use at Zammy. Once again, this is another example of getting really good RNG, and also just so there's no confusion, this is sped up by 3x. Yes, dude! Yes! So it's not undoable, it's just not worth your time and money, especially considering the staff costs over 1.2 bill.
Fail!
Right now, guys, all I want to see is 100 likes on this video. I'm going to be giving away 10 mil. All you gotta do is like, subscribe, and comment down below with your RSN. There you go. Zooked him! Oh, wow. If I had my fire cape on, it would have... Oh, sit the hell down.
No, you're already dead.
Okay, so I know you guys aren't running out to spend 1.2 bill just to splash on rats. However, if you own this staff, this is something you can do with it. Because this staff increases speed from a 5 tick to a 4 tick, this should theoretically be 20% faster XP per hour. So I'm going to start out with Fire Strike and work my way all the way up to Fire Surge. And after I use each spell type, I'm going to be comparing the XP rates to the standard 5 tick splashing method to see how they compare. Okay, so it's been about 10 minutes and we're back, and it looks like using Fire Strike with this staff gets us about 17.2 to 17.3k XP per hour. And without using the Harmonized staff, we're getting about 13.8 to 13.9k XP per hour. Now moving on to the second most cost-effective spell to use, Firebolt, which uses Chaos Runes, which are 54 GP each, and it gives 22.5 XP per splash. So once again, I'll be back in 10 minutes with the results. Okay, so it's been about 10 minutes using Firebolt, and we're running at about 33.4 to 33.5k XP per hour. And this is how it compares if you're firebolting at the standard magic speed, in between 26.9k XP per hour and 27k XP per hour. Now moving on to blast spells, which is death runes. And once again, I'll be back in 10 minutes. Okay, so we're back now, and it looks like casting Fire Blast with a Harmonized staff is in between 51.6k XP per hour and 51.8k XP per hour. So it looks like at the standard splash speed, Fire Blast is about 41.5k to 41.6k XP per hour. Now let's move on to the least cost-effective spell, which is Firewave, which uses Blood Runes, which are about 400 GP each, and it gives 42.5 XP per splash. So I'll be back in about 10 minutes. Okay, so with Harmonized Staff and Firewave, it looks like we get about 63.4 to 63.6k XP per hour. And this is what the Firewave XP rates look like without the staff, about 51.1k XP to 51.3k XP. And now last of all, for the highest level spell, Fire Surge, which actually costs less to use than Firewave, but is by far the best XP per hour. And I'll be back in 10 minutes. Okay, so we're back after about 10 minutes, and that's actually some pretty impressive XP. We managed to get about 75.3 to 75.5k XP per hour. It's hard to believe that's even splashing XP rates. And finally, last of all, here are the XP rates for Fire Surge if you don't have a harmonized staff. About 60.7 to 60.9k XP per hour. So you get a whole entire 15k XP per hour bonus when you're using the harmonized staff. And the final thing I'm going to say, I'm not going to show it in this video because I don't have enough Slayer points to get the task. There's a method of splashing on Kraken where you never actually deal damage, but you're getting the XP as if you did. And to keep the boss aggro so you stay logged in, you gotta hit one of the tentacles. In which case you probably almost get double the XP rate that you do for normal splashing. And I'm sure there's a video on YouTube somewhere about that. So I'm about to go kill Zulrah with this amazing setup. There's only one issue. I have it on autocast for Fire Surge right now. Watch what happens when I switch to range. Now I'm on the range setup, everything's all fine and dandy, but then I switch back to the mage setup and I have to re-put it on autocast. That's not cool. Let's take a look at our off-task max hit, which is also the max hit we can hit on players. 49. So I'm going to be hitting Zulrah with 49s with magic. Not bad. First hit's a hit, not bad. Another hit, next hit. Alright, we're hitting accurate at least. I've not taken a single damage. Shouldn't jinx it, but jeez. So, am I going to do a flawless kill? Flawless kill, come on. Flawless kill! I didn't even get to use my second spec. A 107 first try. That's actually pretty good. Now I'm going to do an entire kill with only magic, just for the video's sake. I don't think this is going to be practical. Alright, well, first hit, I hit on the mage phase. That's crazy. I'm going to continue to splash. Gotta say, the mage does shred, but I'm sort of getting shredded myself. And I do not hit at all on this phase. This is honestly not horrible. It's not even a horrible kill. 145. I'm going to do something else really crazy. I'm going to try out a Vorkath kill. So I'm going to test out the various setups and find out which one has the highest max hit. First I'm going to test out the normal off-task max setup. And just as I expected, a 49. Let's see if the Solve EI hits a little higher. 52. Now if I hit a Vorkath task, which I don't, a 54. So considering I don't have a task, I guess I'm using the Solve Amulet setup. Okay guys, this is going to be crazy, but hey, it's for the entertainment, not practicality. Jeez, I think I have to... Man, I don't have the shield, so this is going to be a rough kill. I'm not really certain if I should put on Mage Prayer or put on Range Prayer. You kind of get slapped up if you don't have an anti-fire shield or you're not praying Mage. But then again, I almost have 0 range defense. So far my hits are kind of not bad. I'm definitely not going to be able to Wooks Walk it. And I'm hitting actually really good. What the heck? A max hit right there? It's funny because I forget I don't have to stand right next to Vorkath. I'm used to meleeing it. As far as the hits goes, I'm hitting actually pretty decent. Probably going to get an acid phase before I can kill it though. Is that it? Not yet. Not quite. Oh my gosh. Tease me, man. Tease me, Jagex. This started out to be a good kill, but now I'm going to get a bad time from all these splashes. It's like a 3-minute kill. Under 3 minutes. Not horrible. I took it for a couple kills off task at Calphite Queen. I would not rate this higher than the Sanguinesti staff. The few extra max hits you can do doesn't really compensate for the Sanguinesti's healing ability. 48. Into a 36. Into a 34. And there's the kill. Not quite. There's the kill. I took it to the mole. As to be expected, nothing special. You're probably better off using a magic bow. Yeah, that kill probably cost me damn near 28k to kill. And now we're going to test drive this thing at Bandos. I'm not really able to get my own world anyway, just because the Rev Caves are dead, so all the Venezuelans came here. This place was already packed, but now it's crazy. There's not a single free world. So, alright, here goes. I didn't hit so well on that kill. So nowadays, if you crash a team at Bandos, they get off the boss and make you tank it. So it's almost as if you're soloing it. The thing is, I could pretty easily solo and just using a Staff of the Dead, not even a harmonized staff. But for whatever reason, I don't know if I just had a streak of horrible RNG, this entire Bandos trip has been horrible. I'm splashing like every entangle and I'm not even getting that many kills over them either. So honestly, Fire Surge was always really good here at Bandos, but for whatever reason, using this harmonized staff today is not working out very well. I was even going to discard this clip and not include it, because it's not really that original of an idea to kill Bandos with a harmonized staff, and also it's kind of strange how bad my RNG was, because I'm sure this is a lot better than I'm making it look. So finally, now we're going to solo Corp, and the funny thing is this staff has the highest DPS of any weapon on Corp in this solo method. Our max hit's going to be a 49, whereas a spear can only hit about a 46 with my setup. And by the way, this is by far the best way a pure can get a kill, because you can't really use a spear on a pure without getting defense XP. Just to quickly go over what you need to do to set up a kill like this, you're going to have to go ahead and lower all the stats, and the way to do that, first of all, you start out with 3 Dragon Warhammer specs. I prefer 4 because it just seems to work better. Then you're going to want to do 20 successful Arclight specs, followed by 200 damage with BGS. And once you get it where it needs to be, it won't be able to hit you, and you're going to be hitting almost every hit. This is not going to be really in-depth in how to solo. One of the things you could use is a cannon to despawn the core. I'm not going to really show that. I'm just going to show you guys how fast I can get a kill with this staff. And the kill itself, not including the preparation, only took 2 minutes. So my conclusion is, this is the best in slot DPS weapon for Magic. However, you would expect this to be on par with a T-bow or a Scythe, and not only does it cost more than a Scythe or a T-bow, but the DPS is way less impressive, nor is Magic even viable at many places. However, you could argue that this is fully functional in PvP. Well, that's pretty much it. Thanks for making it this far in the video. All I want you to do is in the comments tell me what you liked about the video, or give me any suggestions that you have. And the person who comments the comment that I choose is going to win 3 mil. So I'll see you guys in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.